I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you in this place? Let somebody know that it's possible. It's possible not to live in terror. Ain't no check worth it. Ain't no money worth it. Ain't no lawsuit worth it. Hallelujah, it's not worth my nose busted, my eye bleeding, the devil is a lie.
We just can't seem to have a break, even for a second, as another bomb has dropped on Diddy, and people are talking about it all over the internet. Remember the bishop who'd been all over Diddy before? The one he seeks spiritual advice from? Well, it looks like their fun time together is finally over as TD Jakes exposes Puff's shocking secrets in public. And as if things can't get even worse, there are even rumors that Diddy tries to essay the bishop. Interesting, right? Well, let's get into it. With everything happening all at once, it's definitely hard to choose where to start. But let's have a little recap first. Diddy's ordeal started back in November 2023 when his ex-lover Cassie Ventura filed a shocking SA lawsuit. The lawsuit states that Diddy gave her savage beatings, including punching, kicking, and stomping her because he was prone to uncontrolled rage. It claims he coerced her into having intercourse with other men as he masturbated and recorded them, and that he also loaded her with drugs. The complaint also claims that Cassie admitted herself to an inpatient rehabilitation facility at one time due to suicidal thoughts she connected to abuse, and that she now has immense emotional distress. Those were just the tip of the iceberg. And despite Cassie settling the case after a day, trouble just came down on Diddy like a storm. 5 more complaints were filed against Diddy with the same accusation. Now, Puff is being accused of being abusive and even has his name tangled with sexual trafficking and grooming. But people on the internet are not shocked about it. Why? We have Diddy's infamous parties, and it only makes sense that he does illegal stuff on those occasions, especially after Cassie stated how Diddy would freak off from time to time. Those parties are in the best location. Many people are young and beautiful. There are rich people willing to pay just to have fun. Just what someone who's allegedly a sex trafficker and abuser would like to be at. Diddy is even dragging some big names with him after getting exposed. Since his parties are now labeled as the ground zero of the most illegal and controversial place to be, celebrities who once attended his events are being thrown stones at as well. We have Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Ellen, and some other A-list celebs and rappers. But there is someone whose name has been in the mud ever since the whole fiasco started. We all know that after Diddy's alleged freak-offs were disclosed, people were very keen on questioning his sexuality. Yup, rumors started that Puffy is also one of the girlies and likes big, bulky men. And one name that was associated with being Diddy's secret lover was Bishop TD Jakes, who's been his close companion all throughout his career. And it seems like the bishop was not only guiding Puff spiritually. A video of Jakes attending Diddy's 53rd birthday celebration in Los Angeles in 2022 sparked controversy among Christians on social media, with many asking why he was there and if it was right for him to be going given the notoriety of Diddy's parties.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. We love you, man.
But that issue was quickly addressed. Executive Vice President of TD Jakes Entertainment, Derek Williams, who was also present at the celebration, previously disclosed to media outlets that the video was taken during a quick visit to the event when they were in the neighborhood conducting business. In addition, it was claimed that TD Jakes has only ever attended that one Diddy-hosted party, according to another person with direct knowledge of the matter who briefed the media on the matter. Okay, now let's put all of that past news behind us. Let's tackle the new ones at hand, because this one is even more interesting. As mentioned, Cassie's complaint was the catalyst for all of Diddy's misfortune. In addition to more lawsuits, his house was even raided by Homeland Security. Boy, that was a big one.
Breaking news for you now, a federal raid at the LA home of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. You see a large law enforcement operation presence at that home. Our Fox Los Angeles sister station is reporting the raid is part of a sex trafficking investigation. Combs facing several lawsuits from women alleging sexual abuse.
But a few days ago, something bigger was released to the public. A video obtained by CNN showed how Diddy abused Cassie in a hotel back in 2016. The scene on the CCTV video was just like how Cassie narrated her lawsuit, which Diddy firmly denied. What did his legal team say back then? Cassie was seeking a payday? Well, now that the footage was released, Diddy posted an apology video admitting that he indeed hurt Cassie back in that hotel and that he is taking full responsibility.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
In addition, he stated that he was asking for God's mercy and grace. But it seems that he won't be getting any of that since his spiritual advisor T.D. Jakes is also lining up behind the people supporting Cassie, and he is now exposing Diddy's secrets. Diddy's spiritual guru openly rebuked the tycoon on Sunday from the pulpit at his Dallas megachurch Potter's house after discreetly severing relations with him earlier this month. The bishop began his speech by saying that despite that segment not originally being on the program, he was urged to do it since he had some requests on social media before going to church. He then talked about the disturbing footage of Diddy beating Cassie that went extremely viral on the internet.
Requests that came in over social media that I happened just to see as I was coming to church. And the woman said to me, "Would you please pray for women who are living in danger in their own house?"
As y'all may remember, in December of last year, Christian music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a 98-page federal lawsuit in the Southern District of New York, claiming Diddy had drugged, harassed, and threatened him sexually during the time he lived and worked with him from September of 2022 until November of 2023. In the complaint, Lil Rod claimed to possess a tape recording in which Diddy described his strategy for using his connection with Bishop T.D. Jakes to mitigate the negative effects on his public image. Due to the lawsuits, videos, many of which were made by AI, were uploaded on TikTok and Instagram, spreading false information that Jakes had anything to do with Diddy's more dubious actions.
TD Jakes at Diddy Freak Off Party. TD Jakes at Diddy Freak Off Party.
The bishop firmly denied all of those. The last straw, though, was when Diddy uploaded an audio recording of one of T.D. Jakes' sermons to Instagram on May 4th.
Not hysterical, not frantic, not anxious, not fretful, but steady in the storm. Looks bad, looks tough, but remain steady in the storm.
T.D. Jakes eventually unfollowed the mogul from his social media feed after watching the video. Now that Diddy's #1 supporter has dropped him off the bus, people are curious whether everything the bishop said was true or if it's just his attempt to clean his name from all of Diddy's dirty transactions. A fan said, "I never trusted people who claim they are ministers, pastors, or preachers who are still out in the streets, still doing wrong, and come Sunday morning you're a man and woman of God. What they did the day before doesn't matter, that's very hypocritical of them." Another one added, "TD's still going to go down. He paid off those accusers obviously because you don't hear anything anymore about him. Behind the scenes he's doing damage control, and this to me was part of his damage control." These statements are pretty understandable though. You see, not many will believe that T.D. Jakes is not involved with Puffy's dirty laundry, especially since the two of them were so close to each other. Diddy even thanked the bishop during one of his speeches.
You know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special thank you, shout out, thank you, all that love. I gotta give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Also, T.D. Jakes' actions look like the very classic move of someone who wants to do something desperate to save their names after getting caught up in the middle of some shady business. Fans are also convinced that the bishop and Diddy are really engaged in some pretty illegal things during Diddy's party, and that T.D. Jakes even joins in on the rapper's freak-offs. But on the other hand, there are still some who believe that it was all just Diddy, and the people who got tangled up with him are all victims, including the influential and powerful bishop. A little too hard to take in? Well, you're not alone in that. You see, people are saying Diddy might even have assaulted the bishop, and that he is also one of those who Diddy hurt and corrupted. Yup, pretty believable to me, if you get what I mean. Now, Diddy's empire is seemingly crumbling down, and his allies are snitching on him. In a few more days, we will surely see more shocking things about him, and how he abused his power and influence in order to control other people. Who knows? Only time can really tell and reveal the whole truth in this pretty messy situation, right? Or maybe some more CCTV footage that will definitely punch holes in Diddy's career and reputation. What do you think? Is T.D. Jakes really telling the truth?